Brown Bag Mornings Power 106.
Yeah.
And we have the homie, Zoe Osama in the building.
Yeah.
What up? Talking about
How y'all feeling?
Like, please.
How y'all feeling?
What's the deal? I'm good, bro. How you feeling? How's life for Zoe Osama right now?
It's pretty good. Shit, today my son's birthday, so I want to give a shout out to my son, Jay.
Hey.
Yeah.
What? How old is he?
He 13.
13.
Oh my gosh.
13-year-old.
Right.
Wow.
I started young.
Yeah. No, I know people trip out when my son's gonna be 11 in a couple months. But damn, 13, a whole teenager.
Yeah, right. He played Indians on the football team. He walked past me. He getting kind of tall, so I'm gonna have to little choke him up.
Is he nice? Is he nice in football?
Yeah, he good. He played basketball too.
What?
Wow.
You ever seen those videos where they make the parent go one-on-one?
Yeah,
with the football player.
No, but see, the thing is, he never played with anybody his age because he was always bigger.
Oh.
But like taller, linkier, and heavier.
So
he always played with older kids.
And he's never been underrated.
Nah.
Put him in the older.
Since he started like at 9, he never played with his age
with
group.
his age group.
Yeah.
Wow. Does that make him more mature? Do you feel like?
Yeah, he's actually mature. He's mature as hell as far as because I've been around my other kids and my nephews and little cousins. He act like he could pass for like a good 16 or 17 already.
Does that kind of scare you a little bit? Does he start growing a little bit?
Yeah, he do, but not with me.
Okay.
he wait till I leave and then try to
He like, so like I was saying. You just dropped your project From the East Side with Love. Was the title inspired by Dom Kennedy?
Definitely. It was like a version of my side. They from the west side, we from the east side.
Yeah.
So I thought, the city need to have a little more light shed on the east side.
Yeah.
They said like we always talk about, like when we talk about LA and South Central, it like automatically goes towards the west side.
Yeah.
And they forget about, like Firestone and Florence District, Watts and stuff like that. So I feel like that's a big part of the culture and history too.
For sure. I feel like that's been like historically like underrepresented, even though everybody knows like
right. That's where everything really came from, as far as even gang culture to all type of things. It all originated on the east side.
Yeah.
But it's just not talked about a lot.
What does representing the east side mean to you?
It means I feel like the whole east side, from East LA to Huntington Park to South Central, Florence to Watts, I think that's a big part of the city that just really get left out, and I feel it mean a lot to me. So I was raised on the whole east side, like everywhere. So I feel like everybody else should know about that too.
You would get tacos in HP or East LA?
See, I used to go. We go to right there by Bobo's, by my spot. So yeah, they used to have like a little food truck in front of Harry's liquor store that we used to always get burritos and tacos and shit from.
Yeah, fire. What are like some memorable stories with fans that you have that like you can share? Now that you've been kind of like in the spotlight for a couple years, like does anybody ever DM you like, bro, like your song changed my life or this?
Yeah, I actually get those a lot. Like somebody hit me up and told me that they was going through like a deep dark depression, and they be listening to my music to get them in the spirit, because they feel like every time they come on, they make them want to dance. So I'm like, yeah, I appreciate that.
That's not a lot,
glad I make you feel better. So yeah, definitely.
That's awesome. I want to know, like, obviously you did the pop out and that was huge. You know what I'm saying? Me in the stands, I was just like, bro, Zoe's really up there.
Everybody was calling me like, bro, I heard your song. Like, never they put you up there, bro.
And not only that, you were only like one of the few members from the blue team.
Yeah, I probably was the only one. Like a rim boy, you feel me? But I was like, yeah, I think somebody made a tweet like, hey, it's too many rag rags out there, send Zoe next.
And they did.
Coming up Zoe. I was like, all right.
Shout out to Head.
Definitely.
But I want to know, like, what's your initial thoughts as soon as you get off the stage? I know sometimes on stage, if it's anything like me, like, I don't really think on stage besides, like, I'm in the moment. I'm not thinking of anything else.
Right.
But once you walk off stage and you kind of realize, like, yo, I just did some historical shit.
After I walked off that stage, my eyes was low-key watery. Like, damn, that was deep. But like, not like y'all. Not like y'all.
No, that's a good thing. It's a good thing. Oh, man.
It was something in the air. Like,
It's okay to feel like that happiness, like that. Oh my god!
Just to hear like people was actually like rapping the song and they was cheering when I came on, it was like a big ass crowd. So from that point, I'm like, okay, I might be somebody out here, you know. So usually when you do certain shows like festivals, a lot of the crowd be dead. Like they just be sitting there like, yeah, look at his clothes. So, like, you know, like, but like everybody was like actually dancing and participating. So that one was the one.
And even after like coming off the stage and seeing it, how do you feel the unity and everything has helped with like coming out of that and just seeing like the West, everyone's dropping music, everyone's just inspired? And
I mean, it's always a good thing. You gotta just make sure it stay a good thing. You know, like it's it's not just for unity for that week, because that was an opportunity for everybody else that wanted to be on stage. So a lot of people probably could have put their differences aside so they can do that.
Right.
But it'd be a good thing if after that it's still like that. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I'm all for it. You know, I didn't have no problem with nobody. Everybody was shaking hands and happy to be there. It was mostly smiles. Like people like. Everybody that was on the stage that probably felt like they probably shouldn't have been there in this opportunity. So wasn't nobody worried about what color rag you got or what color your shoestrings was. It was more like everybody like, go do your thing when you go out there. We're a fan of your music type. So, you know, I was appreciative of it.
It's fire.
I was going to say, when you got off stage, right, that was one of the crowds that was like the biggest crowds, right? Does that make your expectations of other shows higher, or do you like...
Definitely, it makes the expectation it makes not the expectation of the show, but what people expect me to do and perform. And like now, you being in a certain bracket, you got to keep that level up. So it's not like when you just go to a club and sit on the couch and rap your song. Yeah, you know, like you have to actually perform. That stage was big as hell. You got to run this way. I was like, so now you know, like it's like that was like probably my fourth big show where the crowd was huge. Like I did Rolling Loud twice. Yeah. I did a couple other shows, and that show was probably one of the biggest. I did like the Novo and stuff, but that was one. I did it with you guys. As a matter of fact.
Thanks for coming out.
Yeah, that was fun. so now I'm like more focused on trying to do shows instead of clubs.
Okay.
So like I really turned down like most clubs that they want me to come and just perform. I usually I'm like more on shows and like hard ticket sales. Yeah.
That's good because the experience is better for the fans too.
Definitely. And speaking of that, we got a show at the Roxy August 29th.
Talk about it.
So come out and support us.
That's fire. That's definitely like a staple in LA, like a benchmark that you gotta hit. It's like, okay, Roxy show.
You have to do it.
Yeah.
Because I did the observatory, so yeah.
Exactly. That's definitely like the next step. I wanted to know, so you know, this as big as the pop out was to us in LA, like I feel like we still kind of, since we're insulated, we pay attention to this stuff. It's still like the whole entire world was watching, you know, at that exact moment. So a bunch of new people are like on you. Have you got any like hate or love comments that like stood out from the pop out that like?
Nah, it was all love from the pop out.
Yeah.
The Thizzler freestyle.
What happened?
What did they say?
I see.
What did our Bay Area brothers and sisters say to you?
That was hilarious, bro. I mean, they didn't say it to me personally. You know, they were just talking about a couple people in the lineup, but I'm like, damn, like, so like I accepted the request on my Instagram for, you know, to be.
I see, because it was a shared post.
And it's like 4,000 comments on this stuff for the last 2 days. My comments was like, trash. I'm like, not me, right? Like, I was right. You know,
I did okay.
But like, you know, it was like yeah, I can see the internet can be kind of crucial sometimes. They love you and they hate you. I was like, Jesus Christ. I almost wanted to stop sharing the post.
Stop sharing it, bro.
I was like, no, I'm not going to do that to Thizzler. Shout out Thizzler. Bring it back, bro. Like, I almost did it, though. I almost like, man, I'm about to take this shit off my phone. It's crazy.
It's funny because while other people are rapping, like in the back, you got like the biggest smile. You're just like, yeah, I'm here.
It was so hilarious, bro. We were trying to like keep our composure, bro. Lefty is a fool. Lefty is a fool. Bro. Now, shout out Lefty.
Shout out Lefty, man.
He was wilding. It was just hilarious, though. But yeah, he did his thing.
Real life character.
right.
I want to ask you too. So people can have a hot song, right?
Right.
But a lot of times it can just die there. Right. But what do you feel like has kept you relevant for like? It's been like 2 years since Underrated.
Yeah, 2. Yeah, just hit 2. Yeah. So it is crazy because I just realized it hit 2. I'm like, damn, we had 2 and it's still going. I'm like, so, but personally, I think it's just the song, and I also think it's how you push the song. And besides that, it's probably your personality and story. Some people probably really think I'm interesting, or funny.
Yeah.
So, it's more than music to keep your music going. You got to be a likable person.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I think you do a great job on like the socials of just like showing like a different side of you, showing that you could be funny.
Right.
And I think once people see that, they able to connect with you.
Yeah,
more.
people be like, like just off of the knowledge of people knowing what area or how you was raised, they think that you off the rip supposed to be like this. And I play all day. I've been like this since I was young. Like, despite whatever the situation is in the streets, I always was somebody that's always laughing and playing around.
Yeah.
So I think that's what makes it more easier for people to be able to walk up to you. You want to be likable. You want to be approachable. So, you don't want to be like, we like your music, but we scared to come up to you.
No, absolutely. And I think you show your personality and, and even underrated. Like, it's like, it sounds like fun, like a little comedic. You know what I'm saying? Right. And I want to say the marketing job that you guys did with, like, whenever you guys would have that song played during quinceañeras, killer. That got me. That got you the Mexican fan base.
I appreciate y'all. Y'all got me.
And I knew you had a sense of humor when you were like posting that, and that was like part of like pushing the song because I was like, dude, this is hilarious. The song goes perfectly with the dances that we do. With
Some girl had a horse dancing to it, like, and the horse was like dancing. I'm like, how did she do that? I'm like, damn, that's a smart horse. She had the horse in the video. That's crazy.
Yeah. I want to ask you too. Who are some artists that have like gave you some game? You've been in the game a couple years now. Who are some artists that you've come across and they've just given you like gems?
I'm gonna have to give it to Snoop and E40. They probably in Mr. Fab. It's a couple other artists, but it was mostly the older artists or the artists that we grew up listening to or that just been in the game for a few, like Problem. He another one that he gave me a couple gems. My boy Pun, he ain't a rapper, but I think everybody know Pun. I first started out. He was probably one of the first persons that actually noticed the song, and he brought me to the studio. So he gave me a lot of game too. As far as stuff that'll help me maneuver him and AD, maneuver through the situation of what side of the street I'm from, and to be those would probably be the top 4 or 5 people that actually paid attention and reached their hand out while everybody else was kind of skeptical.
What are some of the things they told you that you could remember?
Snoop told me he told me that I got to stay focused on the people that I'm with. It's okay to that some of them can't go. You can't make everybody happy, and if they not here around you to support you what you're doing, it might be something as little as, hey, I need a towel. If they not willing to go in the next room and find you a towel, then they probably shouldn't be there with you because they just there to try to get a free ride. So it was certain shit that he said, excuse my language, certain things that he said that stuck with me. So him and 40, and they told me I am the West Coast, so I took that and put that in my back pocket.
That's so fire.
That's fire.
E40 and Snoop to tell you that?
Yeah,
how did E40 tell you? You the West Coast.
He was like, I like what you're doing, but you're doing it in a new way too, though. I was like, man, that's crazy. So we got a video of him standing there. It's crazy though, but he's hilarious. Also, Too Short. I can't believe I forgot Too Short. I just sat down with Too Short for like the 5th time. I went to the studio with him a couple years ago. He gave me a couple beats. We kept in contact. So now we about to work on the song.
Wow.
And I just did an interview with him as well. So Too Short was another one. I asked him how did he stay relevant for over 30 years as a rapper.
Literally.
And he told me I might as well tell everybody. He just told me you got to be able and can't be scared to do the new things that the new kids and the new people do. You can't be stuck in your ways. You got to be diverse and still keep your style on it. So that's how he told me. That's how he stayed relevant.
No, it's 100% facts because like to that point, it's like he was doing songs in the 80s, in the 90s. He did like Getting It, which is like super musical.
I got that CD in my car. My car don't even play CDs. I got it in my back
then
seat.
he came back around with like the Lil Jon era and did like Blow the Whistle.
Exactly.
And it's like, even imagine like, I mean, I was like 13 maybe when that song came out.
Yeah, me
and
too,
being like, that does not sound like Too Short.
See,
but
it's
now
crazy.
that sounds like Too
right.
Short.
That's what I'm saying. It's crazy because back then I thought that sounded like Too Short until you start listening to Getting It and all the other stuff.
Yeah.
You know, we probably
Or
can't
I'm
say
a
like
player.
right,
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
You know, that's when he was in his pimp era.
Exactly.
So yeah, that's definitely.
Yeah, I want to ask you too about working with Hit Boy and Big Hit because they're like big champions of you. You know, when I've been like, I've pulled up to the studio with them, like, yo, you gotta listen to this new stuff I got with Zoe, or like watch this video we just did, or like stuff like that. Talk about working with them and how interesting Big Hit is.
Big Hit is very interesting. I say it every time, boy. That's my boy. Every time I see him, I tell Hit Boy every time, your dad just be living life, bro.
Bro,
so
yes.
they definitely cool people. They're genuine, and you know, if they mess with you, they mess with you. It's not for no cloud. It's not to help them, or it's more probably because they mess with you and they see opportunity that they can help you, or you know, like it's an even exchange. If they call you to pull up, it's not just because
100%.
he won't work with you if he don't want to work with you.
No, he doesn't have to.
At all. He doesn't have to do it.
Yeah.
Exactly. So if he works with you, that's because he want to work with you. And I appreciate him reaching out. And you know, his pops probably got like a whole album worth of songs that we did that night. We probably did like 10 songs. And we got songs. So we got a lot of songs, and I appreciate them. So you know, we locked in.
That's fire. When talking about like making a lot of songs, how did you go about picking to drop 20 songs on from the East Side with Love?
I wanted to drop more. See, the thing was, the album,
Chris Brown.
right. I'm like, why I can't do it? They were like, bro, they were like 30 songs. Like, come on, that's like 3 albums. I'm like, like you put 10 on each album. I'm like, all right. But I haven't dropped in a year. So the thing was, I didn't drop the whole year after I dropped the Underrated remix in 23. That whole year we didn't drop nothing. And I was basically getting my business and everything together, learning how the business go, because now I'm a partner with Empire. Yeah. So it's like, it's not just this your kid throwing music out and hope it work. You got to be strategic. You got to have a rollout. You got to pitch it. You got to get it mixed, mastered, Adobe. So it was like a lot of stuff that I had to do that I wasn't used to doing because I was just on my SoundCloud rapper type, you know, like I make it today and I'm dropping it tomorrow. So I learned how the business go now. So now it's more a calendar.
I get you.
So you know, like you make the song. You might have made the song last year. We gonna hold it to this summer. Like that was hard for me to learn how to do. So. My manager Salas, good old Salas.
He's a real stickler.
That's Sal Knight.
Oh my God, that is
who you learned that from?
So you know, he put me up on a lot of how the business actually go. It wasn't just like, you know, I'm a manager, let you know.
Right.
He like, okay, no, you can't do that because of this, and if you do that, they gonna flag you and you gonna get sued. I'm like, no, they not. Watch this, flag, sued. like that.
Damn. I'm imagining he's like in the studio giving you pop quiz. So it's like, so if you do this and do this, then what happens?
I'm like, yeah, then we get sued. You like, all right,
okay. Now you know. Great teacher, that guy.
Yeah, he's a good guy.
So you could have convinced him to let you drop a deluxe?
Man, I couldn't. No, I'm glad you said that because the deluxe drops on August 16th.
Shut up.
Look at that. Look at exclusive
Wow.
preview.
Yeah.
He allowed me to drop, guys.
Wow.
Dang, that's crazy.
Thank you, Salas.
Yeah, thank you, Sal. No, but yeah, we August 16th we got the deluxe version of From the East Side with Love. We added about 6, I think it's like 6 or 7 songs on there.
Wow.
So I guess now it's 26. So you know,
Let's go.
I mean,
All right.
you know, like,
4 more to 30.
right.
Drop the deluxe.
Deluxe plus, deluxe premium. You know, so but yeah, so we got the deluxe coming.
Fire. The Underrated remix. I wanted to know how that came about. You know, you got Legends on there, and then you also got R.I.P. my boy Suede.
Yeah.
You got him on there, and I love what you did, like having him represented in the video.
Yeah, definitely. So the way that song came about, Suede hit me before Snoop and E40. So when he was out and he heard the song, he like, man, he hit me up like, bro, I've been playing this song back to back. He like, man, send it to me. I gotta
Mexicans
get on
love it. I'm telling you.
I'm like, so I'm like, all right, I'm gonna send it to you. I sent it to him. He did the verse. You know, we was gonna shoot the video, but he ended up going to jail. That's when he had bailed out.
Yeah.
We were supposed to shoot the video before he had to turn himself back in, but I guess some shit happened, and he ended up going back.
Yeah.
And then he make it home.
Yeah.
So I made sure he stayed on the song, and I just asked his people like, hey, how y'all feel, you know, we gonna keep him on the song, but how y'all feel about if we come to y'all section and y'all represent for Suede, because I want to make sure he's in the video.
That was dope.
You know, so
even like the little plushie, just seeing all that, like as like a Suede fan, and you know, just a former friend, like it was just dope to see that. It's like it wasn't like business shit where it's just like, okay, now you're on here, you get cut, like, because you can't promote it anymore.
And that was my main thing. I didn't want to make it like we just gotta use his name just because. No, it was like it needed to be on there.
And it's like from somebody that knew him, I recognize his homies. So
right. They was really,
you know what I'm saying? Like I did,
homies.
you know what I'm saying?
So we wanted his real people.
Yeah.
In the video, we didn't want to make it just like on some clout because that's never what it was about. You know, he reached out, he wanted to be on the song, so I just honored to keep him on the song with Snoop and E40.
Fire.
Yeah.
Was there some other verses that we didn't get?
I had Seddy Hendrix on the song. Joe Moses did a verse to it too. A lot of people did a verse to the song.
Yeah.
And
I heard it was gonna be like the One Blood remix.
Joe Moses for sure was blooding on it. He was so whooping on it, like for sure. You feel me? But I even sent it to Rucci.
Oh wow.
And it all didn't get put together fast enough though. But that song had a lot of people. My boy had told me Blueface wanted to hop on it.
Yeah.
But
that's what I love about LA. Like once a song becomes the song,
right?
It's like now everybody wants to remix it.
Everyone got a verse for it.
And it's like it's kind of hard to turn people down from it because it's. But then also it's like then you just see your publishing and like your splits shrink and shrink and shrink and shrink.
But that's just for the remix. Like which people don't understand is see, the public writers, I don't really worry about too much because it's just one song.
Yeah.
So, you know, and then, and plus everybody should get what they're entitled to.
Yeah.
So, you know, the split part wasn't really a hassle or a problem for me because I know the original was still going to outdo the remix. You know, so, but because that's usually how it always goes.
Yeah.
You know, so it was more of a statement and then I cared about the splits. So, you know, I had to make sure everybody had, from Snoop to Suede to E40, everybody had to get their split. And Snoop and E40. So, you know, thank you, Snoop and E40. Don't worry about it. You know, appreciate you. I'll do it again. No, but yeah, definitely.
That's fine. What's next for Zoe?
The Deluxe.
The Deluxe.
We got the New Cartel, which is my label, and it's also a group TNC. We got the project coming. And towards the end of December, we got another project another studio album that we're gonna drop called Sincerely Zoe. Ooh. So that one gonna be quite loud and disrespectful in a nice way. Okay. So you know, like Sincerely Zoe, you know. So it's like it's like the doubters, people that doubt it. So I think this one's gonna make noise for sure. It's gonna shake the trunk for sure.
Fire. And then the show at the Roxy?
Show at the Roxy, August 29th. Zoe and friends. So we're going to have some people pop out. Get your tickets now because they on sale. Golden Voice. And we about to go crazy.
I love that. That's what I love about Roxy shows. There's always like some tricks up under everybody's sleeve.
Exactly.
Always some dope people popping out. I went to 310 Babies and it was like,
I know he went crazy. He had a lot of people there.
Bro, what? I'm like, how are all these people even fitting in that little green room up there?
We gonna make it work. We about to make it work. It'd be like sardines. It'd be hot in there.
Bro.
I always have to bring like 2-pack of t-shirts because I sweat them all the way out before I even go on stage. That's how hot it be in there. So
yeah.
Definitely.
Hell yeah. Thank you, Zoe. Appreciate y'all. Appreciate y'all for having me. I'm excited to hear more. And I hope Salas lets you release 30 songs on.
If he don't, we suing him. We gonna jump Salas, we go jump you, bro. I'm getting tired of these DMs that people are sending me, bro. I'm gonna start sending them to you. Ask Salas, it's on Salas.
Thank you, Zoe. Brownback Mornings Power 106.
Let's go.
Thank you. Appreciate it.